Intro. Scorched jerseys, shattered pride. Picture this, July 2010, Akron streets glow from bonfires of number 23 jerseys. Overnight, a hometown hero morphs into basketball's ultimate villain. Yet in less than 4 years, that same villain would morph again, this time into a 270-pound force so ruthless that coaches ran out of schemes and defenders ran out of hope. What dark alchemy forged that monster? Stay locked in because the answer rewrites everything we think we know about domination, redemption, and the thin line between disgrace and greatness. But first, we need to revisit the moment the crown fell. 1. Public Enemy number 1. The decision wasn't just a TV special, it was a televised dagger through Ohio's sporting soul. As LeBron announced he was taking his talents to South Beach, Twitter imploded, ESPN melted, and a brand new super team swaggered onto a smoke-filled stage, chanting, "Not one, not two." The optics were brutal. Confetti cannons for a ring count of 0. Reality struck harder. Miami stumbled to a 9-8 start, and in a December timeout huddle, LeBron shoulder-checked young coach Erik Spolstra like a nightclub bouncer clearing space. Pundits feasted, fans jeered, but the loudest boos arrived the following June when Dirk Nowitzki wiped the floor with the self-proclaimed juggernaut. And that humiliation was only the appetizer. Next came the collapse that birthed every meme you've ever scrolled past. Game 4 of the 2011 Finals. LeBron scores just 8 points, fewer than JJ Barea. Jason Kidd, 12 years his senior, digs at the ball while Tyson Chandler seals the paint. Each fourth-quarter possession is a slow-motion car wreck. By Game 6, Dallas is popping champagne, and LeBron's clutch gene allegedly goes missing like a hard drive tossed in the ocean. For the next 2 weeks, he barely leaves his house. No tweets, no workouts, no entourage, just 48 bruises on his ego and a looping mental replay of Dirk's one-legged fade. Something had to break. It turned out to be LeBron's old identity. What emerged from those ashes didn't just answer critics, it terrified them. LeBron phones Hakeem Olajuwon, checks into a Houston gym, and spends 14-hour days perfecting spins, shimmies, and counters. Mike Mancius, biomechanics savant, rebuild LeBron's core like a skyscraper retrofit. Plyometrics, yoga, anti-gravity treadmills. The nagging back pain disappears. So do the love handles. He now tips the scale north of 270 pounds, yet somehow moves faster. Meanwhile, Erik Spolstra flies to Oregon, steals football genius Chip Kelly's spread concepts, and returns with an offense that ditches positions altogether. No true point guard, no lumbering center, just pace, space, and chaos. In other words, the perfect laboratory for a re-engineered king. The test results drop in May 2012, and the league gasps. The 2012 season begins with a 27-7-6 LeBron, who bulldozes power forwards in the post and moonwalks around point guards on the perimeter. In Indiana's hostile fieldhouse, with Chris Bosh injured and D. Wade misfiring, LeBron rattles off 40, 18, and 9 to tie the series. In Boston's Garden, facing elimination, he delivers 45, 15, and 5 on 73% shooting, wearing the dead-eyed stare of a man settling debts with destiny. The finals against OKC are almost anticlimactic. 5 games, 4 Heat wins, and a Finals MVP trophy that feels like it always belonged on his mantle. Still, LeBron is just getting started. The next year, a 27-game win streak, 56% shooting, and a near-unanimous MVP, spoiled only because a salty Boston voter scribbles Carmelo Anthony at number 1. No matter, the Heat danced to 66 wins, topped the league in efficiency, and set the stage for a championship series that teeters on the edge of disaster. Because greatness, it turns out, loves flirting with disaster. San Antonio's machine guns the Heat into a 3-2 hole. Game 6, fourth quarter. Miami trails by 10, 2 minutes left. Alamo crowd rehearsing coronation chants. LeBron yanks off his headband, symbolic decapitation, and rips off 16 points in a frenzy of drives and pull-ups. With 19 seconds left, down 3, his final prayer bricks. But Chris Bosh snags the miss, flicks it to the right corner, and Ray Allen backpedals into immortality. Swish. In overtime, gasping fans realize they've witnessed a time loop. 2011's timid ghost, exorcised by 2013's Terminator. 2 nights later, LeBron buries a 20-footer over Kawhi Leonard to seal Game 7, wraps himself around the Larry O'Brien trophy, and looks like a man hugging years of ridicule goodbye. But dynasties rarely die in glamorous slow motion. They fracture suddenly. By 2014, D. Wade's knees creak like old floorboards. Bosh drifts to the perimeter, and Miami's bench resembles a retirement home. The Spurs evolve into a blur of one-touch passes, basketball's version of a TED Talk. LeBron produces 28, 7, and 5 on comically efficient shooting, but the cavalry never shows. A 5-game gentleman's sweep ends the South Beach reign. Cue another round of decision talk, this time featuring Pat Riley's cookie joke, front office friction, and a nostalgic pull toward Northeast Ohio. The king departs again, older but equipped with a basketball supercomputer between his ears. Yet those final Miami seasons, frozen in highlight reels, still feel otherworldly. Line up every legend: Wilt's pure power, Magic's vision, Jordan's hunger, Bird's marksmanship, Pippen's versatility, and splice them together. You still might not cook up Miami-era LeBron. He guarded anyone, quarterbacked everyone, and did it while weighing as much as rookie-year Shaq. More important, he dragged the NBA into its pace and space future. Small ball switching, Spolstra and LeBron beta tested it. Centerless lineups with shooters orbiting a downhill comet, that was 2013. Today's analytics-obsessed coaches owe a debt, even if they'll never admit it on camera. And the story refuses to end, because the man refuses to retire. At 40, LeBron still averages an efficient 20-something per night, while deciding whether to pick up a $52 million option or retool the Lakers to chase one last banner alongside his son, Bronny. Reporters claim his knee is grumpy, but insiders whisper he's eyeing a record-setting 23rd season. Teammates shake their heads at his post-game routine: ice hoses, muscle stimulators, and a hyperbaric chamber that looks like NASA lost it. Whatever choice he makes, the Miami years remain the gold standard snapshot, proof that a global villain can rewrite his own lore, that a self-authored monster can also be a masterpiece. So the next time someone asks, was that 4-year window the greatest version of any basketball player ever? Remember the scorched jerseys, the 8-point humiliation, the chase-down blocks, the headband on the hardwood, and the 20-foot dagger with 28 seconds left. Stack those images together, and the answer isn't just yes, it's how could it be anything else? Because greatness, true greatness, isn't a straight line. It's a bonfire that burns white hot, turns to ashes, and somehow reignites brighter than before.